Well, I'm tired of the city life. Everything's much too fast. I'm used to the dirty roads, the smell of the country grass. The city's so high tech, I don't wanna rattle my brain. Lord knows I'm a country boy. I wanna go back from where I came. I'm just a good old country boy. I still got country mud under my boots. I'm just a good old country boy. I wanna go back to my roots. I'm so tired of the fast food. Raised on cornbread and collard greens, chitlins and hummus, and a big old pot of beans. Yeah, the blues on the front porch. I love drinking cups. I'm down home blues. Oh, I'm gonna get back on the bus. I'm just a good old country boy. I still got country mud under my boots. I'm just a good old country boy. I wanna go back to my roots. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. Every Friday night we have a real good time. Party all night long, drinking that moonshine. Me and my baby girl park that pickup truck on the side of the road. You and me, you know what? I'm just a good old country boy. Yeah, got country mud under my boots. Yes, sir. I'm just a good old country boy. I wanna go back to my roots. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. Say howdy, howdy, howdy. South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, yes, so howdy, howdy, howdy. Tennessee and Oklahoma, Michigan and California, even country boys in Vegas, so howdy, howdy, howdy. North Carolina and Virginia, and I love that Arkansas. I love my folks in Missouri, they so howdy, howdy, howdy. I don't ever wanna change. I'm a good old country boy, and I'ma be me forever. I'm so high, high, high. Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on, man? You know what, man? My computer messed up. Only been messing with me by my computer. When I'm gonna get one, talking about it slow. Shit, it's time for me to get one. It's time for me to get one. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. So give me a second. Let me reach out to my guests. Give me 1 second. I'll be with y'all in a second. This thing here tripping. Give me 1 second. All right, everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to reach out. I'm on my phone, doing this live on my phone. So what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for coming through. This is something we've been talking about over on Bitter Medicine. Hey, if you still there, Oni, if you still there, if you still here, share the live with on Telegram. Oh man, I'm just having problems. I might have to, let me see. I'm just having problems trying to get it set up here. I guess it'll be coming up soon. He'll be coming up soon, man. I'm trying to get it right, man. I should have listened to you when you said, give me a new computer. How can I send it to him then? I'm trying to send him this. Give me 1 second so he can come. I'm trying to send it to him so he can come on. But what's going on with y'all? I don't know, man. My thing is tripping. But he gonna be coming on. I promise he gonna come on. And when he come on, what's going on, Melanated Goddess? What's going on, everybody? I just able to send it to him, so he'll be up here in a minute, and we're gonna be discussing y'all any question y'all want to ask. Any question that y'all want to ask, y'all can ask. But you know, I did this, and I don't own it. You know, when we be over there, you know, you always hear me talking about going in on they think I'll be going in on African spirituality. No, I don't. I actually be going in on scammers who try to use it to scam people. I told them I never gave up my spirituality. But my frustrations and everything that I was dealing with people, I took it out on a lot of folks. Let me call him, see if he got it. Let me make sure he got it. Y'all give me 1 second. Make sure he got the link. No, no, I'm finna put the link in right now for you to come in. It's gonna be in the chat.
All right.
All right. Okay, it's in the chat now. It's in the chat now. Ogundabede. Ogundabede. Hey, you know what, Melanated Goddess? You're absolutely correct. Yo, it's in there now. If you're listening, you can hear me. I got Ogundabede. I might not be saying it right. He gonna have to say it. So I'm gonna say what we call him, better known as Pi Benny. Hey, Pi Benny is in the chat. Just hit the link what I just put in there next to underneath my name. I'm gonna have to call him back again so he can understand, so he can do it right. Give me one more second. He trying to figure out how to do it. I don't think he ever done one live on. I don't think he ever been on StreamYard. You're right, Melanated. That's what I should call him. Just Ogun, shorten it. You're right. But how you been doing, Melanated? I ain't seen you in a while. Not that I come on here as much as I used to. I had to get back to being me.
Paul, I'm right here.
Yeah, I hear you, Melanated. I had to get back to being me. You know, I was listening, like you say, scammers in every form. Then I hear people just talk about African spirituality to just talk about it. I don't know. And I had other things going on too. And I was just talking. He said, "If you hit the link and come up." And I was just easily, I don't know. I got agitated. And through that being agitated, I got off here, man. I cussed out a lot of folks. So I had to get back to the man who helped me learn. Just hit the link, Pal Benny. You see my name. What I got some in the chat. You see everybody's name. The link is going to be blue. Ogun, I'm sorry. Melanated Goddess told me to call you Ogun. Yeah, I've been going through. I guess I've been doing I've been doing what they would call a self-reflection. You know, understanding me again. Understanding things that I've done wrong, that I do right. Going back, I've been going back, apologizing to folks. I had to get back to being me because I actually ran off some good people. one in particular who was great. Not was great, is great. I don't know what taking Pop being so long. You call him again. Well, he's doing it again. He said having problems coming on. So what is yoga good for, melanated goddess? I know people that do yoga. What is it good for? Is that just stretching? I've never done yoga. I knew people that do yoga. Is it just stretching? A lot of stretching? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Oh, it can be spiritual. I'm putting it back in there for you again. Ogun, I'm putting it in there for you right now. If you look and see, I just put it in there. And it's blue. Just touch that link. It says StreamYard. Go in the chat. Read all the comments in the chat. My comment, what I just put the link, is the last comment. I put it in there again. Just touch that. You know what? I'll do it another way then. Let me see. Let me call him. He on his phone.
I'm so thick on this.
No, that's okay. If it say you entering this, well, when you hit it, it's supposed to come up to me where I can see it. So
This is entering the studio. I got to that part. I was just getting ready to do it. You called me.
okay, but do that again then so you can enter the studio. Do it again. All right. I'm on my phone. I can't send it to him. I can just send it to him directly like that, Melan, because I'm using my phone. Let me see. I probably can. Let me see something. My computer was tripping. Let me see. Here we go. Let me come up with here another one. Let me see. Here we go. Let me come up with here another one. He said he had figured it out. Yo, can y'all still hear me? Y'all can hear me. Let me let him know I just did what you said. I sent it to him directly. I sent it to him directly. Let me call him and let him know I sent it to him directly.
Maybe it's my phone. I don't know.
Hey, I just sent you the link in a text message. Open your text and hit the link then.
Oh, okay, wait. Let me go back because I saw that.
Because I just sent it to you in a text. He said he thinking his phone. The reason he can't come up. All right, so I'm gonna hang up and let me know. All right.
All right.
Because I just sent the link to you directly. Because if not, we can just do it over the phone if that's cool.
Well, let's do it over the phone because I'm having a problem.
Okay, he said he'll rather do it over the phone. Y'all okay with that? We're gonna do it over the phone. All right, give me 1 second. He said he having a problem.
Okay. My tech advisor is my son. He's not here.
Okay. Hey, hey, look, y'all. Let me know. Can y'all hear him? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear him or not. Can y'all hear him? Go ahead, speak, Pop Benny. Speak, Ogun.
I'm talking right now. Talking.
Can y'all hear him? Let me know if you can hear him or not.
I'm talking right now.
Cause he's
popping.
Cause he say
hello.
Well, no, I'm trying to see if they can hear you. I can hear you. I'm waiting on him to respond. Yeah, they say they can hear you, Pop Benny. Ogun. Yes, they can hear you. Ogun, I'm sorry. See, I'm gonna call you Ogundabede. Melanated Goddess said, I just need to call you Ogun, so I'm gonna call you Ogun Pop Benny. That's our friendliness. So this is my Bible right here. This is who I go to for spiritual guidance and knowledge in certain things. He was just messing with me. I ain't gonna get too deep in it, but he was asking me like, why didn't I call you earlier? But I can tell you, this brother asking me why I ain't call him earlier to talk about certain things and do certain things. But this brother know what he's talking about. So Ogun, that's what I'm gonna call you here, Ogun. I would like to, and if y'all have any questions, he wants y'all to know y'all can put them in the chat, or y'all can come up, or y'all can hit the link and y'all can ask it yourself if you want to. But I would like you to explain what we call African spirituality. I would like you to explain the importance of it to Africans, I mean, the African American and the rest of the diaspora. Explain the benefits of it, the purpose of it, and why, as African people, we should know more about it. The floor is yours. I'm listening. The floor is yours.
Okay. Everything we know now basically is in our DNA. When they took us, brought us over, however we got, our ancestors got to this country, certain things are in our DNA. A lot is in our DNA, and a lot of it's in our memory. Okay, it's in our memory. The memory that we have is, I call it DNA memory, and we don't forget certain things. Lifetime through lifetime through lifetime, we don't forget it. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can y'all still hear? I can hear you. Can y'all still hear?
Okay. Through lifetime, we record things, we remember things. I went to Africa for over 20 years ago. I've been doing this for over 40. I mean, I've been doing this unknowingly since I was a child. Okay. Just things that I remember as a child. When I say child, even as an infant, I remember when I'm getting off for just a little bit, but just talking about how the memory goes. My grandma was changing my diaper. I had to be about maybe 4. I don't know. I couldn't even sit up by myself. And my grandmother was smiling at me, making faces. And my mother said to me, "He's got a lot of nerve. He doesn't have any teeth himself." That's my memory in this incarnation. Now, we come back and forth many incarnations, and we're not supposed to remember. Okay? We come back not always with a clean slate, but we come back knowing a lot of things. Anybody who's followed astrology, wherever you see the planet Saturn in your chart, that's where you have definite lessons to learn from the past. Okay? Now, as far as being African, I've always known I was other than what they said I was. When I was a little boy, they call us Negroes. And a lot of little names. But my recording of things when I was about maybe 10, I had something come into my head and said, go uptown. I was living in Manhattan. I took a bus. I think then at the time it was about 13 cents. So, it's been a while. About 13 cents. And I got off at 116th Street. And I knew where to go. Never been there before in my life. I crossed the street. I went to a religious store. And I asked the lady for some incense. And that's where I went blank. She said, "Can I help you, little boy?" I said, "Yes, I'm coming to get some incense." She said, "Do you know what kind?" I said, "No, I don't know what kind." She said, "Well, I'm going to give you a little 2-cent bag." And she filled it up with powder incense, frankincense, different incense. She said, "You know how to burn it?" I said, "No." She said, "You go home, you get a little pot pan, you put it in the pot pan, and you burn it. Just put a match to it." And I did that. My grandmother, who's from South Carolina, from from Orangeburg, South Carolina, she came out and she saw what I was doing. She never said a word to me, not one word. And I don't believe she said anything to my mother or father because they never said anything to me. Like I said, all of this we bring back with us now. Most of us have this. When I say this, we have Indian we claim. We have a lot of us we don't know. We have West Indian in us. That's no more than another African that was placed on islands by the English. Okay, we're scattered about, but we still come together as a whole. I've been doing this, understanding, searching, looking, involving, and evolving in this all of my life. I knew before I went to Africa, something said to me, or I said to whomever, I wanted to go to Africa. That was the only thing. I didn't know that Africa wasn't a country. It's a continent. I wanted to go to Africa. And I didn't get there till about many years later. Okay. One would say it's by fluke, but no, the ancestors, at that moment in time, it was time for me to go. Because before that time, I was an apprentice, not a willing apprentice. Okay, usually you go into certain things, and I said I was doing this and that, but I wasn't doing anything out of ego. A lot of times people do things out of ego. I was just walking along, just moving about, living, they say, living my life. And I got married and not knowing. A lot of times we don't know who we're marrying. We don't know who we're being involved with. We don't check with the ancestors because they don't know who to check with. We're really here kind of on a dumbfounded note. Some of us find our way. Some of us fall through the cracks. I fell through the cracks and I stood up and I got up by the grace of Almighty God. Okay? People ask me, do you believe in God? I said, with all my heart and soul. And people said, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, I said, I didn't say I didn't believe. I said, I believe there was a prophet named Jesus. I believe there was a prophet named Muhammad. I said, but I believe in God. Yoruba people call God Ordamari. And I had the blessing of good fortune to come down that road, to look out that window.
Hey, can you say that name again?
Ordamari?
Yeah, because I don't never say it right.
Ordamari. That is God who bear witness to that is Orumila. Orumila is, see, I don't want to confuse people. You know, I'm talking. I don't want to sound like I'm rambling. That's why I'm trying to do it in a way where people can, everyone, I don't say people, the folks can understand. All of the Mari is God. Epha is at the top of the pinnacle. Okay? And from that, we have Orumila. Orumila is who we consult with an Opele. And Opele is the chains that the Babylon has. And he has some kind of way remembered 256 Odus. You say, well, what is an Odu? Odus are the angels that they talk about. All of us have come to this earth with at least 2 Odus. Some people call them our guardian angels, Odus. Okay? And sometimes they get along and sometimes they don't. The way we act on earth is the same way they act in heaven. And the only way to bring peace is through sacrifice. We must give Eshu, who sits at the door, he's the only one that you can talk to, that he'll take it to the rest of them. Him and his mother Oshun. That is where the Blessed Mother comes in, Jesus and the Blessed Mother Mary. And it's been broken down and given to us in such ways that it can get and be very confusing. You never learn everything. You're always learning something new. I don't care who you are, how long you've been involved as what you call African studies. And I say that respectfully because your life is a study. We're all like in a petri dish. And they put it aside, say African studies, to get so you have claims, so you'll understand what one is talking about. Like you have Irish, you have Greek. None of them talk about the Greek studies or the Irish studies, or Catholics might have the catechism, and black folks have said, okay, we have our own now. We had to fight for that in the 60s and the 70s in school. And I remember when in the 70s, when I was in Queens College, you weren't going to get credit, but you were learning about yourself. You started to learn that you didn't start on a plantation, and everybody didn't start off in Egypt. A lot of us started from West Africa. A lot of us have that Yoruba, have that the bloodline from Benin, from Ghana, okay, some from the Ivory Coast, some come and will march across from all over Africa to these places called America. And the highest percentage of we, the people, black people, are right there in South America, Brazil, okay, where they speak Portuguese, okay? The history goes on and on where the Catholic Church had a lot to do with the buying and owning of us, okay? They built the Catholic Empire, known empire in these United States off of us, and I'm gonna say us. And many times you have to dig or listen to some little news clipping. Just happen to hear fragments of things and put it together like what do you call when they knit and they sew certain things together, a quilt. We're all part of a quilt. And a lot of us are in denial because of color, because of features, all of those things. but we're still African. The first time I went to Africa, I went there for my initiation in Orisha. Orisha is when you can talk to all the Orisha. Not everybody can do that. Not that I'm talking to them, but I've been accepted into that, if you want, I won't say cult, but into that arena that talks about Oshun, talks about Shango, Eshu, Ogun, Babalu. Yeah, I don't know how old a lot of you guys are, but you hear Ricky Ricardo and I love Lucy, Babalu, they're talking about the Orisha Babalu. In fact, there was a song out, Babalu Wedding Song, talking about Orisha Babalu. Okay? All the Orisha, I was initiated into Orisha. And then about 3 days or 4 days after that, I got initiated into Epha. And that's when I was crowned and given the rights and what have you, not rights and what have you. I was initiated to Epha to become a Babalaro. And it's a very interesting experience. You become a new person. You don't become magical overnight. You're not ever magical, but you see certain things come about. You learn to shed all the old ways. Somebody said to me, well, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do the other? Who's more powerful? I said, Epha by far is the most powerful. I was someplace at one time, just minding my business, as I usually do. I was at a gas station, that I was fixing cars. And this Jewish fellow came up to me. He was Orthodox. He wasn't a Hasidic. A Hasidic has those little strings of hair and the funny hats and what have you. He was an Orthodox. He was dressed all in black and white. And the colors make it have something to do with everything also. And he looked at me. He said, out of this looking at me, he said, I see you take care of yourself. I said, yeah, I don't smoke and I don't drink. He said, no, I don't mean that. And we made eye contact. I said, oh, okay. I knew what he was referring to, and I was in the conversation because it was none of his business. I'm happy for him. He saw. People sometimes can see. Those that are spiritually inclined can see. Some can see and don't know what they're seeing. They just say, oh, you're different. I had a Baptist minister said to me the way I was talking, carrying myself, or whatever he saw. He said, oh, you're a traveler. I said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, you're a traveler. Again, I was up against a stone wall. I had no idea that he was referring to me as being a Mason. I said, no. I said, no disrespect to whoever's a Mason. I said, I don't disrespect anybody's calling. I said, no, but I practice Epha. I said, I'm a Babalaro. And he looked at me, scratched his head, and I wasn't about to give him a lesson. People not looking for lessons, I don't believe. He was just dumbfounded by what he saw and what he felt. I never walk around with, as they have chains that we call elege. Elege are the chains of Epha, of the various Orisha. Sometimes I've walked with them where you don't even see them. I don't bang my chest or brag about who and what I am, because first of all, I don't think you're really interested in where I've been or what I've done. Is it your business? No. And I'm not bragging. If it comes to be where, as we're talking now, I'll say, yes, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. They say, well, what can you do? I said, what do you need? Some of us might be having problems in our relationships. Some of us might be having money problems. Some of us might be having health problems. Some of us might be having bad dreams, wake up in the morning, or wake up and don't know what the hell is going on. Some of us might have drinking problems. Whatever problem is on this planet, Epha can address. Okay? And we do this again by reading the Opele. And a lot of times I'm across the water. When I say that, I go by phone to Nigeria. I don't get there as much as I like, but I'm always over there. And we laugh and talk just like I'm talking to you now. Yes, he speaks English. Does he speak the dialect of English that I'm speaking to you? know. He speaks with an accent, yes, and do I understand him very well. Okay, everybody, I don't care where you are in the world, you're just going to speak. If we're speaking English, we're going to speak it with a different accent. If you're from Georgia, it's a different accent. There's Tennessee, California, even places in New York. Okay, people hear the York come out of me. Yeah, I'm a Yankee. Well, I sound like I'm different from the, what do you call it? People from Brooklyn, yeah. Everybody talks with an accent.
Hey, Ogun, I don't mean to cut you off. Melanated Goddess, I have a question for you. She said, what does Epha mean?
Epha is a high principle of spirituality that I'm gonna have to get back to her on that. See, I'm not gonna put it out of my mouth and say I know. It might be probably a combination of a Rumula, or a Damari, and a Rumula. Or a Damari, or Rumula, and Ofum. It's various connections when they say Epha. I will give you that answer today after we get off, because I'm gonna call Africa and I'm gonna find out exactly. If,
you're gonna find the exact meaning.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Now, we was discussing one time, and you know, and I always hear people, and you know what me and you've been going through, and I say I didn't want to lose that chip on my shoulder, right? And I hear people talking about spiritual warfare, and I always say I live in it, physical. I don't know about the spirits, right? But you know, I had to come back to where I come from, right? Had a foundation, came back to my foundation. But I would like you, if you can, explain like what it mean by spiritual warfare.
Spiritual warfare is when somebody says they use the words, somebody's putting roots on you. Somebody is trying to make you do what they want you to do, and you don't want to do it. It's not agreeing with the other party.
Okay. Well, you know, when we talk about it, we're talking about, let's say, when black people want to get out of this, huh?
I said, that's what it is. I said, well, warfare is just what it is. When you are doing one thing and somebody's trying to put their will against yours, and you resent it, and you fight back, you struggle back, then there's a war.
So what black people, what we're going through in this country, in this wilderness called North America, called America, the United States of America, what you say we're up, this is a spiritual war as well as, because I focus.
It's always spiritual. It's always spiritual before it becomes physical. We are spiritual beings incarnate in flesh. So it's always spirit. It's spirit. We don't call it that. That's all it is. We just call it something else and make it sound whatever you want it to sound like. But it's your spirit against whatever or for whatever. And when you find peace within yourself, you say, my spirit is at peace.
So then if it have to become physical, once your spirit is at peace, then that's when it's able to become physical?
Say it again?
I said, so once your spirit is at peace, is that when it becomes physical? I don't know.
No, when your spirit is at peace, everything's at peace. You no longer have to fight. That doesn't mean that you passed away. That means you're good with it. Everything is good. Like you're not arguing. We're talking. We're at peace with one another.
Okay, I got you.
Tell one another and start cussing and throwing things at one another. Everybody should strive for an understanding. And a lot of times people don't want the person to understand their own will. That's where the prayer comes. Let not thy will, let my will, not thy will be done. See, there's a lot of English is a language that is like, I guess you say, knitting or crocheting. There's a lot of little different little rabbit holes, different little nooks and crannies. You know, instead of saying, I'll see you later, I'll talk to you later, everybody say, bye, bye. Well, that goodbye is as final as you want to get. French say au revoir, or somebody will say, okay, till I see you again, or I'll see you later. That's so much better. Same thing. words you use and not understanding, getting tricked. What does that mean in the words and what do they mean? It's important to know because like even in Europe, there's certain words that are not haven't been understood or translated or any other language into English. English is a very unique situation.
Okay.
I'm saying that to be polite.
So can we, okay, so when we talk about this African spirituality, the purpose of it and the use of it, right? We can use this, Black folks, we can use this to get ourselves, what's up, Forecast? To get us out of this predicament. Can we get,
let me tell you this, the predicament is a never-ending situation. It's okay, sometimes people say, are you conscious? Consciousness. That's to become aware. Okay, now what you're talking about is you're aware of what's going on. The next thing is, what do I do to get myself out of it? Well, I tell people, every day you eat food, you drink water, you breathe air. There is no finite. It's an ever-going experience. Some will say, again, from another concept of how we worship God, I'm saved. No, you're in the process of being saved. Okay? I don't use that particular vernacular because it's always a process. It's a continuance. You get up, you go to the bathroom every day. Every day you get up, you wake up, you got to go to the bathroom. Every day you want to eat something because you're hungry. So in terms of spirituality, it's an ongoing situation because on the spiritual realm, you're constantly appeasing. You're appeasing the gods. If you don't like the term gods, you're constantly appeasing the Orisha. And you say, well, if they're any good, why I got to constantly appease them? Well, if you want to cross a bridge, you got to pay toll. Anything in life, spirit life, physical life, you got to pay a toll. You're going to pay something. You're going to give something. Nothing is for nothing. Could be a lot, could be a little. And how it benefits you is how it benefits you. It might not benefit the other person the same way. You might get something and say, oh my God, that was so good. That was so good. And you go back and try to get it again. You say, I didn't quite get it the same. Well, it's a continual. Let me try this. Let me try this. That's even better. I might get soap and say, okay, this soap, this will. I never say what we'll do unless you're asking me specifically for money, this, that, and the other. I said, basically, bring prosperity. Yeah, bring goodness to you. Some people think that word is too vague, bring goodness. They want more in-depth interpretation. Well, you said, I said, no, I said, use it and see. Well, they don't want that either. They want to interpret. You want me to commit myself to saying what I don't particularly know you want or need. You say you want it. Is that what you need? So, well, I got it for that. But I'll give you a better example. I gave my cousin a cream. All the ingredients I get come from Africa. And I gave her this cream to rub on her for protection. Okay? And she used it. She said to me, what is this? I said, it's for protection. She said she was going to the doctor. I repeat, she was going to the doctor because she was nauseous and she couldn't hold her food down. And the doctor gave her medicine for cancer. I said, what? She said, the doctor didn't know what else to give me. So he gave me medicine for cancer because usually nauseousness comes with that. I said, sweetheart, I said, you had a spirit that was bothering you. That's why you couldn't eat. Sometimes when you cough, you don't know why you're coughing. That's a dry cough. That's a spirit also. Spirits come in different ways, and you have to know how to appease or make them leave you. So again, that's African spirituality, if you want to call it that. I don't know what name you want to call it. That's why I don't give it a name as far as African spirituality. One could say, well, I'm doing this and I need that. And this guy popped in or OGUNDABEDE, he knows this, that, the other. I know some things. I don't know everything. Like the young lady said, she wanted to know what was Epha, what does it mean? I said, okay, I'm going to call and find out and give you the information so you can give it to her because I don't want to give anyone the wrong information. Many people give people the wrong information rather than give you any other thing. Let me find out, because I know there's an answer for that question. But some things you just have to repeat again and again. Take a shower every day. Well, some of us do anyway. And I'm not saying if you don't, you don't. But yeah, there's all kinds of soap, people. And there's this African spirituality that people talk about being aware is black soap. I said, there's all kinds of black soap. He said, what do you mean? What do you mean? I got mine from, I said, no, the true black soap is not something you can go to the store and buy per se. I said, they make it, like I get mine from Nigeria, and it's really medicine. It's various varying ingredients, different ingredients, depending upon what. There's some soap you can only take at night. There's some soap you only take in the day. And there's some soap you only take on certain days. But the same color black. You have to be given instructions. So to cover all of that, a lot of times they say, oh, I got black soap, I got African soap, whatever. They're talking something they know in part, not in whole. So therefore, people don't get the full benefit of what they're hoping to get.
Okay. I have another question for you, Ogun. In the chat, the pro-black perspective, my brother Oni. He said, how do you know when you're physically sick versus spiritually sick?
Everything is spirit. Everything is spirit, and what will happen, it will manifest to the physical. Now, I'm not saying you can't treat physical. I'm not saying don't go to a doctor. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is the spiritual sickness or whatever might be wrong with you, and it will come through on the physical. It has to also, or should be, addressed on a spiritual level. And you say, well, how are you going to do that? Well, people laugh and they joke and they make fun. And I wrote a play one time, chicken is more than just a Sunday dinner. You have to sacrifice always the issue, but you got to give them sometimes go, sometime around. It depends on what they want. And then you start to feel better. That will start to get better. There's certain herbs that you take. That also is part of it. It's a lot of things that go into keeping the body well.
Now, hey, what's the name? What's the name of that play again? You say you wrote? Say it again.
Chicken is more than just a Sunday dinner.
Chicken is more than just a Sunday dinner. I got you.
I didn't publish anything like that, but I wrote it because it came to me. You know, again, my head. Your head is the first Orisha. People talk about Orisha. Your head, they talk about your Ori, O-R-I. That's where everybody is. That's where everything is, in your head. That's your head Orisha. When they initiate your head, they don't initiate your heart, your backside, your knee, your foot. They always do your head. H-E-A-D.
So let me ask you, if they're initiating your head, right? Because that's what everything is. So if it's, is it really spiritual then if it's in the head? I'm asking to make sure I get an understanding of what you just said.
Everything is in your head.
So it's not really spiritual then, it's mental.
It is spirit. Can you see it? Some people can see spirits and some people can't. Some people can feel it when you sing, when you dance. It comes to everybody different. It comes to everybody different. I can give somebody, like somebody that asked me about a bath, I told him and said, well, how am I going to feel? I said, I don't know. So he said, what do you mean you don't know? I said, because everybody, I said, when you defecate, you know the feeling. I said, I don't know what you feel. When you urinate, I don't have a clue what you feel. When you make love, they say it's okay, they say it's good, but everybody feels something different. Can you describe it besides using the word it's good? Or it's not good. Period. That's a word people use to describe what they feel. I can't feel what you feel. I can put my finger on the fire like you can. I said, damn it, it's hot. Yeah, it's hot. We can almost come to a conclusion on that, and we can agree with that.
Okay. So
spirit is what it is. Spirit, it takes different forms. I tell people I don't kill animals. I don't kill roaches. I don't kill mice. Well, if a mouse is in a house and I put the trap down, that's the bird. But spirit is in everything. The mouse is a thief. Raccoon is a thief. A possum is a thief. But yet, so you can put certain things down for the spirit, and they'll come and eat it. Well, the spirit will come and get it from them the way they want it. You can eat a sandwich. Let's say you have a craving. Women, men too, anybody can have a craving for something. And you want it so bad, oh my God, I gotta have some. Well, I've seen people eat the sandwich, eat part of, take a bottle sandwich and throw it on the ground. Let's say you don't eat pork. You have a taste for pork. Oh, I gotta have this bacon. Oh my God. So you get this bacon, tomato, whatever sandwich, and you bite it, you eat it, and you throw the rest on the ground. You say, oh, that the craving's gone. I don't have a desire to eat it anymore. Why? Because you gave it to a spirit. Could have been a spirit that someone that you knew that passed away, or someone that knew if they kept bugging you, they wouldn't get it. It's like alcohol. You know, people want to get drunk. It's not a good thing. It messes up your liver, your kidney, your heart, everything. It's a spirit. So what you do, one way of it, you have to always pour libation. Or in certain ways, I fix certain candles and I say, okay, I'm sending you this, and this is what you have to do. Because the candle is light for the spirit to see. And you instruct that spirit what you want it to do. Drink that and leave you alone. You can use other words if you want. But the only way you can eat that spirit going to get whatever it wants in terms of liquor is through you. And I found that out also at a younger age. I had this craving for rum and coke, and I knew I didn't drink. It was not my thing to be drinking. I just didn't like it. And I spoke to a priest, and he said, oh, you do X, Y, and Z. I said, oh, okay. He gave me a story. He said, man, this is what you do. And anytime you need the candle, I'm going to fix it for you. And I'm going to show you once you get initiated, and you can do it, and you can show your people. You don't have to be a slave to alcohol. You don't like being a slave to anything, but you got to eat. Same thing with sweet tooth. Everybody has cravings. This is a spirit. As long as you're on this earth, something's going to tax you and want you to pass over the bridge and going to say, okay, I want some sweet, I want some coffee, I want some this, I want some whatever. Some people like to look at pornography. It's nothing wrong, and it isn't, depending upon who you are. But that's a spirit that wants to indulge. It's not that it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's a spirit.
Okay. Do anybody else have any more questions?
Let me say this. Even with the clothes, the color clothes that you wear, everything is real. Capricorns might wear dark, prefer black clothes, gray clothes. Dark brown is an earth sign, so you should wear brown. I'm air. I like orange, or I like blues. Different colors I like. And once you become initiated, those who are going to be fortunate enough to get to Nigeria, to get initiated, and I say that Nigeria because there are some people here that were thinking you initiate, you're just taking your money. You cannot get initiated where the spirit doesn't live. It's in Nigeria. That's where those spirits live, in that ground. And after the fact, they told me what colors I cannot wear, what food I should not eat. And as a little boy, I was about 3 years old. My mother was feeding me. I was the firstborn, so firstborns get spoiled and whatever. Anyway, she wanted to feed. And I could talk. And I went in my mouth. I said, Mommy, what is this? She says, oatmeal, baby, you've been eating it all along. I said, Mommy, I don't want this. She said, but you've been eating it. I said, I know, Mama, but I don't want it. Come to find out years later, after I got initiated, or before, after that, let me get it together. After that, I never put oatmeal to my mouth. I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want to see it. I didn't taste it. When I got to Nigeria, and Oshun was taking over possession of who I am, not the soul, if you remember, prime. She does not like oatmeal. She does not like okra. She doesn't like anything slimy. So therefore, the Orisha, she came down out of my mother's womb. One could say, from heaven, wherever we come from, into the flesh, she was with me. Even though as an infant, my grandmother I won't say overfed me. She just fed me, again, being the first one. I just ate. I had to put my little butt on the diet. But then as I got older, I didn't like it. Because Oshun was, I had something to say. I could speak for myself, and my parents listened. I didn't like it. I didn't like wheat tea. I halfway went all right with cream of wheat. But I'm not really too crazy about, let's say, porridge, cooked cereals. I'm not really crazy about that. But Africans are, then people are, people from the South. I have a grandson. His mother told me that he has to have cooked cereal. When he was younger, he had to have cooked cereal. Now, it bypassed me. But when I thought about it, that was my father. He had to have cooked cereal. That side of my family is African, from the Caribbean. I can speak with a Caribbean accent.
Your phone went out. You still there? I might have to hang up and call him back. His phone went away. Well, I ain't got to. His phone just hung up.
Oh, mine?
Oh, no, you back? It looked like it hung up.
I'm here.
Yeah, you went out.
No, I'm here.
You went out. You went away for a second.
I'm here.
Okay.
No question.
Do anybody else have any more questions?
Same thing with physical attraction. Who you love, who you don't love, who you care for, or why you care for them. It might be attraction from the physical in the beginning, but as you start to talk, it's more than just sex. It becomes something much more dynamic than the physical touch about people. That's why the attraction. People we might have known from another lifetime. They just get along so well and just talk. As well as sometimes we have to appease. You hear me use this word, appease? You have to appease ancestors, appease this one, that one. Sometimes they have a good relationship, period. Same thing with a job. You want this job, I want that job, so and so and so. You have to give something to say, Ogun, Eshu. I've had people come to me and say, I can't get a job or whatever. I said, okay, let me see what I can do. I'd have to end up sacrificing some birds, and I say birds, roosters, maybe more than one, to get them this particular job, or to open the way. Okay, to open the way. I did that for a woman one time. She got 2 or 3 jobs. She got money to open the way. And you have to do it again and again. It's not you do something one time. Like I said, you get up and you go to the bathroom, you wash yourself. There's things that are repeated because these same Mauritia you go to one time, but deities or whoever, they want the food again. They eat through what you give them. That's the only way. And yes, I won't say everybody, people eat meat. And people, when these animals are killed, they're probably not prayed over. But anytime I don't sell the meat, I give it away.
Say that again, because your phone went out. You say anytime, then you came back and said give it away.
Yeah, I said anytime let's say I have a goat. Let's say you needed a goat sacrifice for whatever reason. I shall go, I'd give it to you. I'd skin them and whatever, and say, hey, it's yours. I said, but you cannot sell the meat. you can share it. You can give it to people. You know, you can give some to your brother, some to your cousin, some to your neighbor, what have you. But you should never sell that meat. Also, when you go to the butcher, they just go ahead and clunk the thing over the head and kill them, drain the blood, and that's it.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Well, we don't have any more. You know, my good brother Pi Benny. I thank you for coming through, teaching. We're gonna have to do this again. Next time we be more prepared, I guess. Well, not just prepared, because you're always prepared talking about this. Have things more situated.
I'm happy.
I know.
Teach the people, you know, because it's important that we know. It's important that we teach our children. It's important that we, and I know I haven't covered everything. I only covered the questions, and I'll try to think of things to say, to bring up, so people get a better understanding. Okay, I'm going to leave off with this. If you ever have to go to a funeral and you didn't like the person in life, don't go to that funeral, because that spirit of that person will follow you and make it hard on you. And you probably won't know why. What's going on in your life? So we're here. We're here when we pass on. And understand, an enemy is your enemy. Unfortunately, for the most part, they stay your enemy. You might want peace somewhere in the back of their mind. I'm not saying to take their life. Not at all, but they'll remain your enemy. Even when they execute people, take life, they'll cover the face, so that person won't know who took his life.
So you said that even when who take, because the phone
okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, the phone went out. I can hear you. It just went out for a second.
Okay, when they execute people, I'm against that. When they execute people,
okay,
they'll put a blindfold over them, some kind of way. Whoever's taking this, either the person has a mask on or whatever, or they're blind. You are not going to see who took your life, because if you know who took your life, you're going to haunt them. That word haunt, you will ride their backside for eternity. That's spirit. Everything we do is spirit. Even perfume that you use. The women say, now say, oh God, you smell so good. Oh my God, that's spirit. And man will use cologne. Honey, you smell good. That's spirit. Action. Sometimes not, but a lot of times you do. Or it's been done for you. And some people can't wear the same perfume. Sometimes somebody has something, I don't like it stinks. Some of them say, oh, that's really nice. Used to be one called Canoe. Everybody's mama wore Canoe. Okay.
Well, you know, I'm gonna call you later, Papi, and I got something I got to talk to you about offline.
Okay, not a problem. And everybody else have a good day. It's nice meeting everybody. And I hope you have a good next time. Take care now.
I'm gonna call you later. Ogun.
Okay, Bakari. Okay.
Look, I'm glad y'all came through, and I'm glad y'all say y'all you appreciate it. We gonna do it again. I'm gonna get him to come on whenever Koku is ready. He said he'll come on and build a medicine, and he'll talk African spirituality on there. But I'm gonna tell you, I had to go back to my foundation. You feel me? What's going on? Grandma used to say, you miss Pi Benny. But whenever Koku is ready, he said he'll go on there as well. He have great information. He's a good editor. But I'm glad y'all came through. That y'all enjoy this live. Oh, look, man, y'all go check out. I posted up a short video last night, a video where I was advertising uh this for this fight. It's gonna be on March 8th, I think it is. I hope I gave the right damn date. I'm gonna have to check and make sure I don't forgot. But y'all go check it out, man, and spread the video. Bawana came through and asked me where the people at. That's what he asked on there, where the people at. Well, last night was a storm. Wasn't many people in there last night. But y'all go check it out. 1738. You know, it's Africans and Africans. If you check out the video, y'all see what I'm saying. I posted it up last night. Y'all go check it out and share it and let everybody know that Africans from the continent, they are here working with the brothers and sisters from here. And we about to do big things together. I guess that's the African spirit, realizing we need to cross that bridge. That's the, since we're talking about spirituality, that's the spirit understanding how we need to work together. On that note, man, I thank y'all for coming through. Peace and one love.